The world doesn't owe you understanding. No one's obligated to believe in you, clap for you, or even acknowledge your effort. And once you accept that, everything shifts. Because that's when you stop moving for likes. You stop grinding for applause. You start becoming. You start evolving beyond what they can define. Every door that slammed in your face wasn't rejection, it was redirection. Every time they ignored you, they unknowingly handed you the silence you needed to sharpen your focus. They thought they were denying you, but they were giving you the only thing that ever mattered: isolation. In that isolation, you didn't crumble. You calculated. You took every insult, every moment of being overlooked, and you stacked it, brick by mental brick, until you were no longer looking for a way in. You started building your own door. This isn't a sob story. This is how beasts are made. When comfort is removed and all you have is yourself, you either collapse or you construct. And you? You constructed a mindset, one they can't measure, one they can't compete with. You weren't being rejected. You were being hardened. You were being reshaped by necessity. You learned to love the silence, to build in it, because applause fades, but structure doesn't. The question now isn't, why didn't they believe in me? It's, what will I do now that I do? You're alone because this kind of transformation demands it. You can't grow in a crowd. You can't evolve when you're surrounded by people who fear discomfort. Silence became your training ground. Solitude became your sanctuary. And when everyone else needed external motivation, you created internal momentum. You started grinding not for approval, but out of alignment with your identity. The silence wasn't a curse, it was a crucible. While they were laughing, you were building. While they were partying, you were plotting. While they were wasting time, you were investing in grit. This isn't about being antisocial. It's about being self-sufficient. Because if you always need noise to move, you'll never be able to handle the quiet required to win. And the silence didn't lie to you. It showed you exactly where your weaknesses lived. It exposed the gaps. It tore away your distractions and handed you a mirror. And instead of running, you faced it. You stared into your own flaws and said, let's fix this. So now, when they wonder why you don't show up like you used to, why you're distant, cold, reserved, let them wonder. They didn't build this version of you. You did, in the silence, in the shadows, in the grind that didn't need validation, only vision. Discipline isn't a flex. It's your baseline. The way you eat, the way you move, the way you talk to yourself when no one's around. It's how you handle setbacks. It's how you respond to pain. It's the code you've carved into your system, and you don't break it for anybody, not for love, not for likes, not for convenience. That's what separates killers from casualties. Every time you show up when it's hard, you reinforce your identity. Every time you say no to temptation, you reinforce your future. This standard you've built, it's not optional. It's who you are now. Comfort is a virus, and average is contagious. But you've gone immune to both. You traded dopamine for discipline. You replaced pleasure with presence. And while others are looking for shortcuts, you're looking for structure. That's why you don't fold under pressure. You transform inside it. If you're done bending to mediocrity and ready to live by standard, not feeling, subscribe. This isn't a trend, it's a takeover. Stop trying to be understood. They weren't there when you cried yourself to sleep. They didn't see you work 2 jobs just to stay afloat. They weren't there for the sleepless nights, the broken friendships, the self-doubt. So don't expect them to cheer when you rise. Most of them will get uncomfortable, and that's a good sign. They'll call you names to make themselves feel better. Obsessed. Too serious. You've changed. But you didn't change. You evolved. You became someone they can't control anymore, and that terrifies them. Your consistency reveals their complacency. Your focus exposes their distractions, so they lash out. Let them. Let them talk. Let them assume. And while they gossip, you keep building. Because when you show up in silence and let results speak, no argument survives that. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be respected. And if respect costs you your comfort, your circle, your old life, then so be it. This version of you didn't come from ease. It came from everything that almost broke you, from betrayal, from poverty, from being doubted. You walked through fire, and instead of burning, you became it. That's why now you walk differently, talk differently. You know who you are, because you earned it. You remember every no, every closed door, every ignored message, and instead of folding, you funneled that pain into progression. You built in darkness what they'll try to mimic in the light. You're not looking for pity. You're looking for power. You're not fueled by anger. You're fueled by the memory of who you used to be and the promise that you'll never go back. So now we're here. After all the silence, all the fire, all the structure, there's only one question left. What happens when the version of you built in rejection stops holding back? Because in the next video, we're not talking about survival. We're talking about dominance. Are you ready to become unrecognizable, even to your past?